So, a little while ago, I finished the novel Star Wars: Heir to the Empire by one Mr. Timothy Zahn. It was, to my knowledge, one of the first stories told in the sort of original Star Wars expanded universe, introducing the character of Grand Admiral Thrawn to the masses of bespectacled nerds out there eagerly awaiting more Star Wars content after Return of the Jedi. It is an old book, and you might imagine somewhat dated. My experience with Splinter of the Mind's Eye by Alan Dean Foster was disappointing, to say the least. So I was kind of terrified that Heir to the Empire would turn out the same way. It did not. I mean, it turned out to be some of the best Star Wars content I've ever consumed in quite some time, which I realize isn't saying much because, as you know, I'm something of a critic when it comes to like things I like and dislike. Though I don't begrudge anyone for liking anything that I enjoy or that I don't enjoy or do or whatever. Uh, and I've always had a soft spot for Star Wars as a concept, though I'd say the vast majority of Star Wars itself, I've come not to particularly be as in love with as I once was. I think I just prefer works that are a little more cerebral and a little more thought provoking and meaningful than like Ewoks and Gungans and the somewhat scatterbrained sequel trilogy as a whole. Which leads me to Grand Admiral Thrawn. He is a chess master villain, a genius level intellect, portrayed responsibly as the new master of the Empire's scattered remnants. None of this First Order nonsense. The Empire has fallen apart, and its remnants are forced to play at a sizable disadvantage at first. The story is incredible, really, following the Grand Admiral's rise to power, mainly through the eyes of his subordinate, this guy, Captain Peleon, I think his name is. And together they make use of cloaking devices and cloning technology and all sorts to get what they want and to finally get an edge over the New Republic, right? Meanwhile, we're reintroduced to Han and Leia and Luke, of course, all the gang, who are not only portrayed really well and never out of character, I don't think, but they're also, on average, kind of smarter than their movie counterparts. If we're being totally honest, I don't exactly have that high opinion of the writing talents of George Lucas himself. I know, and if you like his particular style, then more power to you. I don't really, for the most part. I think he has good ideas, and that's about it. But Zahn is a historian and a very has a very tactical mind. He's able to make use of these spectacular strategies and tactics in the story, and he makes the heroes seem smart and more than capable of holding their own against the fascinatingly and frighteningly observant Grand Admiral Thrawn. Uh, and it's all tied together, really, with this the same old brilliant Star Wars chaos, right? Coincidences and funny moments and misunderstandings all lead to the it feels like a Star Wars movie. The it feels like the original proto episode 7 in a lot of ways. Old characters and new are all treated respectfully and with care, from the more than capable Mara Jade and the roguish Talon Card, both of whom are some very great characters who are introduced in this. That this is where Mara Jade comes from. The unfortunately decanonized character with a lot of in, a lot of depth, a very interesting character arc that I'm seeing, and then there's also like the kind of weird aliens, like the Nogri, who are these skilled assassins from a primitive, like kind of little rock troll person culture, and they're really weird, but in introducing them, every character, Zahn is able to suspend our disbelief and get us to nod along and go on with the concepts of these many different, varied new characters who are seamlessly integrated into the Star Wars universe. For instance, these aliens are just they come across immediately as these nasty, horrific creatures, and our heroes only ever escape by the skin of their teeth. As a side note, I think Leia spending the entire book pregnant with her twin children is a great turn of events, a great choice. It adds so much more tension and an element of danger because we're fairly certain that she will survive. But with all the stun guns and the force and whatever else going on, I kind of got the feeling that there's a slight chance that the kids will not. So, congratulations, Timothy Zahn. You made me fear for these unborn children. And I haven't even mentioned Joris Kabal, I think is how you say his name. I'm not entirely sure. But his double lettered clone name is as dumb as the character, is more frightening than the Emperor ever was, in my opinion. Being this mad Jedi clone who is serving Thrawn for his own kind of sick and twisted ends. A great character, really, and if a bit too powerful for my taste. The Force, despite Darth Vader's proclamations, I personally prefer as a strange and understated form of mysticism, as opposed to the planet killing, mind controlling, super weapon type of magic. But I digress. In short, Heir to the Empire is the Star Wars sequel I would have wanted to see on the big screen, even if a few tweaks needed to be made to the age of the characters and to the emotions at play, etc. And yeah, the book is really good, and so was the sequel, Dark Force Rising, which I have also read. Until next time, bye.